whenever integrals have something like 1 plus x squared or 1 minus x squared, it's a good idea to at least try trig substitution. So we'll try it here. Start by drawing a right triangle. Theta can be this angle right here. And with this being subtraction, that means it must have been the hypotenuse minus one of the legs. So then use Pythagorean theorem to solve for this missing leg over here. It's going to be the square root of 1 squared minus x squared. Then we can use these two sides, opposite and hypotenuse, to find out what x is equal to. So that would be sine of theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. I also would like to find out what the square root is equal to, so that's going to be the adjacent over hypotenuse. That's cosine. So adjacent over hypotenuse. And the only thing we're missing is we need to know what dx is equal to. So right here, take the derivative, and the dx, derivative of sine, is cosine. Okay. Now start the substitution part. So integrate 1 minus x gets replaced with sine of theta. The radical gets replaced with cosine of theta. That right there would be a fun integral. The way to do that one, if that was what we're supposed to be doing, is you break it up as 1 over cosine minus sine over cosine. 1 over cosine would be secant, and the integral of secant is the natural log of secant plus tangent. Then we'd have sine over cosine. You could use u substitution to do that one. But that's not the actual integral we're doing, because we still haven't replaced dx. dx is this. So that's going to be dx gets replaced with cosine of theta d theta. And then these cosines will cancel. So all we need to integrate is a 1 minus sine of theta. Since we're integrating with respect to theta, the antiderivative of 1 is theta, and the antiderivative for negative cosine is, for negative sine is positive cosine. And now we need to replace cosine of theta, which is this guy over here, and we need to replace the theta, which we can do by just taking sine inverse of both sides over here. So theta is equal to sine inverse of x. Cosine of theta is equal to the square root of 1 minus x squared. And everything's been changed back to terms of x. We're done.